What we've managed to achieve by moving to AWS is far greater stability and availability of our websites, which for a retail operation that you want to operate 24/7 is just where you want to be.
I'm Andy Wolf, CIO at Shop Direct, fourth largest UK online retailer, and we have some really interesting brands. So you may know us as Very, Littlewoods and Isme. We also have Littlewoods Island, we also have K&Co and Woolworths.
My name is Andrew McKinnon. I'm an environment architect at Shop Direct.
We have a really simple purpose, which is to make good things easily accessible to more people, allowing the customer to kind of shop in any which way he chooses across the plethora of devices that consumers now own. We had a front-end a system or e-commerce platform heavily tied into our back-end infrastructure. And at peak periods, where we got a little bit busier, that presented some challenges for us in terms of site availability. So one of the things that we needed to be able to do was scale and scale quickly.
In a traditional data center, we're struggling to do that because we've got capacity restraints and constraints. With AWS, we're able to take services on demand and scale to cope with the demands of our customers and drive our business forward.
When we decided on AWS, it was a relatively straightforward choice. There wasn't much competition in the marketplace at that time that certainly was able to cope with our scale and the size of the challenge that we had from an infrastructure perspective. The price point was really attractive for us and a real opportunity for us to reduce the cost of our operations, particularly in our e-com platform, where fundamentally a lot of our growth was. Black Friday is a really good example for us where actually the AWS platform came into its own. So we had a record peak trading period. We actually achieved nearly 10,000 orders per hour during Black Friday on just one of our brands alone. Previously we'd only had 8,000 across all 6 brands. So again, that really helped us scale our business during that really busy time. And again, that underlined a lot of our sales performance and sales growth during the peak period. So we had a 14% sales increase during that peak period, largely due to site availability and being able to handle things like Black Friday. We wouldn't be able to deal with that scale and that type of profile if we didn't have AWS.
In terms of architecture at AWS, we use a number of services. Predominantly we use EC2 to host our server instances. They're fronted by ELB to load balancer traffic. We also used RDS to host our Oracle databases. We make use of CloudWatch metrics to review the performance of our environment. The big thing that we had to consider was, for an enterprise of our scale, would we be able to fit our databases onto the RDS service? What we discovered was not only were we able to get the databases to fit across the service, but we also found that when we then looked at the CloudWatch metrics against those individual databases, we got far greater granularity of view of the performance of the functions within those databases. So if it was a product issue, it would stand out from an order issue.
AWS today is running all of our e-commerce platform. That's all 6 brands for us. We have also all of our on-site search and navigation on AWS, as well as some of the service abstraction layer, WebLogic, which is helping to interface with our back-end legacy systems.
For me and the guys who work in my team, we've really enjoyed the experience. It's been a breath of fresh air to us. Previously working in a traditional data center environment, you can tend to find that you can be quite constrained with what's available to you and what you can do. The services offered by AWS have allowed us to be a lot more innovative and drive the business forward.
I think AWS really underpins what we're trying to do at Shop Direct in terms of world-class digital retail. It really does give us a platform for growth, and it gives us the ability to scale up and scale down as our business requires it.